There are two distinct narratives about the origins of the calls for a sovereign Khalistan. One refers to the events within India itself, while the other privileges the role of the Sikh diaspora. Both of these narratives vary in the form of governance proposed for the state. Theocracy versus democracy, as well as the proposed name Sikhistan versus Khalistan. Even the precise geographical borders of the proposed state differ among them, although it was generally imagined to be carved out from one of the various historical constructions of the Punjab. Established on December the 14th of 1920, Akali Dal was a Sikh political party that sought to form a government in Punjab. Following the 1947 independence of India, the Punjab Suba movement, led by Akali Dal, sought the creation of a province, which was Suba, for a Punjabi people. The Akali Dal's maximum position of demands was a sovereign state, i.e. Khalistan, while its minimal position was to have an autonomous state within India. So as we've already discussed that, we're going to take a look now at the Anandpur resolution. As Punjab and Haryana now shared the capital of Chandigarh, resentment was felt among Sikhs in Punjab. Adding further grievance, a canal system was put in place over the rivers of Ravi, Beas, and Sutlej, which followed through Punjab in order for water to also reach Haryana and Rajasthan. As a result, Punjab would only receive 23% of the water, while the rest would go to the two other states. The fact that the issue would not be revisited brought on additional turmoil to seek resentment against Congress. The Akali Dal was defeated in the 1972 Punjab elections. To regain public appeal, the party put forward the Anandpur Sahib Resolution in 1973 to demand radical devolution of power among them and further autonomy to Punjab. The resolution document included both religious and political issues, asking for the recognition of Sikhism as a religion separate from Hinduism, as well as the transfer of the Chandigarh and certain areas to Punjab. It also demanded that power be radically devolved from the central to state governments. The document was largely forgotten for some time after its adoption until gaining attention in the following decade. In 1982, the Akali Dal and the Jamal Singh Bhedrewal joined hands to launch the Dharam Yudh Morcha in order to implement the resolution. Thousands of people joined the movement, feeling that it represented a real solution to such demands as larger shares of water for irrigation and the return of the Chandigarh to Punjab. According to the events outside India narrative, particularly after 1971, the notion of a sovereign and independent state of Khalistan began to get popularized among Sikhs in North America and Europe. One such account is provided by the Khalistan Council, which had moorings in West London, where the Khalistan movement is said to have been launched in 1970. Devinder Singh Parmar migrated to London in 1954. According to Parmar, his first pro-Khalistan meeting was attended by less than 20 people, and he was labeled as a madman. Receiving only one person's support, Parmar continued his efforts despite the lack of following, eventually raising the Khalistani flag in Birmingham in the 1970s. In 1969, 2 years after losing the Punjab Assembly elections, Indian politician Jagjit Singh Chauhan moved from the United Kingdom to start his campaign for the creation of Khalistan. Chauhan's proposal included Punjab, Himachal, and Haryana, as well as some parts of Rajasthan. Parmar and Chauhan met in 1970 and formally announced the Khalistan movement at a London press conference, though being largely dismissed by the community as a fanatical fringe without any support. Following the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, Chauhan visited Pakistan as a guest of such leaders as Chowdhury Zahoor Elahi, visiting Nankani Sahib and several historical gurdwaras in Pakistan. Chauhan utilized the opportunity to spread the notion of an independent Sikh state. Widely publicized by the Pakistani press, the extensive coverage of his remarks introduced the international community, including those in India, to the demand of Khalistan for the first time. Though lacking public support, the term Khalistan became more and more recognizable. According to Chauhan, during a talk with Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto of Pakistan, Bhutto had proposed to make the Nankana Sahib the capital of Khalistan. On October the 13th, 1971, visiting the United States at the invitation of his supporters in the Sikh diaspora, Chauhan placed an advertisement in the New York Times proclaiming an independent Sikh state. Such promotion enabled him to collect millions of dollars from the diaspora, eventually leading to charges in India relating to sedition and other crimes in connection with his separatist activities. After returning to India in 1977, Chauhan traveled to Britain in 1979. There, he would establish the Council of Khalistan, declaring its formation at Anandpur Sahib on April 12, 1980. Chauhan designated himself as president of the council and Balbir Singh Sidhu as its Secretary General. In May of 1980, Chauhan traveled to London to announce the formation of Khalistan. A similar announcement was made at the Amritsar by Sidhu. He released stamps and currency of Khalistan. Operating from a building termed Khalistan House, Chauhan named a cabinet and declared himself president of the Republic of Khalistan, issuing symbolic Khalistan passports, postage stamps, and Khalistan dollars. Moreover, embassies in Britain and other European countries were opened by Chauhan. It is reported that with the support of a wealthy Californian peach magnate, Chauhan opened an Ecuadorian bank account to further his support of the operation. As well as maintaining contacts among various groups in Canada, the United States, and Germany, Chauhan kept in contact with the Sikh leader Jamal Singh Bhindranwale, who was campaigning for a theocratic Sikh homeland. The globalized Sikh diaspora invested efforts and resources for Khalistan, but the Khalistan movement remained nearly